Sir, could I have the leftovers for my daughter?
The woman asked Ozzy Osbourne, "What would you do if you saw a hungry child whisper, 'Mama, I'm not really that hungry,' even while her empty stomach cried louder than her words?" Before we begin, subscribe to Voices of Darkness, where humanity, hope, and music still breathe. Beneath the glittering chandeliers of Lernad, where power walked in designer shoes and wealth tasted like imported wine, an old man silently cut into his steak. No fan screamed. No spotlight followed. No cameras clicked, and Ozzy Osbourne loved it that way. Tonight he wasn't the Prince of Darkness. He wasn't the legend. He wasn't the name that made stadiums shake. He was just Ozzy. A tired man in a navy sweater, faded jeans, and oversized sunglasses. 70 years of storms behind him, and new softness in his bones. He lifted his fork slowly, savoring the peace. Then the door opened, and innocence walked in with worn-out shoes. Two figures stepped into the sea of diamonds and arrogance. A woman in a patched coat, and a little girl holding her hand, shoes 3 sizes too big but eyes bursting with wonder like they'd never seen a room sparkle before. The elite glanced, wrinkled noses, judging eyes, then returned to sipping $1,000 wines and fake laughter. Maria stood at the door, clutching her daughter's hand. Her voice trembled like it was balancing hope and shame on the same breath. "Excuse me, sir, may I ask if there's any leftover food we could take?" The waiter didn't even try to hide the disgust. "We don't serve leftovers." The little girl tugged her mother's hand gently. "Mama, I'm not really hungry." But her tiny stomach growled so loud, enough to break the heart of anyone who actually had one. Tables pretended not to hear, except one, the quiet old man with the crooked smile and memories older than the chandeliers themselves. Ozzy set down his knife, removed his glasses, and stood. He didn't shout. He didn't flash fame. He simply said, "Excuse me, sir. There's been a mistake." The waiter turned, face sharp with arrogance, and until Ozzy lifted those dark, tired eyes. "This lady and this young miss are dining with me tonight. Please show them to my table." A hush fell. Glasses froze midair. The restaurant air tightened. Maria blinked, shocked. "No, sir. We didn't mean to disturb." Ozzy offered his hand, voice soft, the way only someone who'd tasted both hunger and heaven can speak. "Ma'am, please do me a favor. My wife scolds me for eating alone." He turned to the girl, kneeling until his old bones creaked. "And you, little miss? I need help finishing my food. Can't eat like I used to. Doctor says if I eat too much, all hell breaks loose." The little girl giggled like sunlight breaking through clouds. The waiter hesitated until the manager whispered sharply, "Do you realize who that is?" And suddenly Beverly Hills remembered humility. They sat, not as celebrity and strangers, not as rich and poor, but as humans. Ozzy handed the menu to Lily. "What would you like, little miss? And don't you dare say salad. Rock stars don't eat salad," she shyly whispered. "A burger?" Ozzy slapped the table gently, laughing. "A proper lady. 2 burgers, mate, and chips. Oh, and chocolate milkshake for her. A big one." Maria covered her face, shaking. "All this and why?" "We are nobody." Ozzy's voice broke, a crack that carried decades. "You are somebody to her." He nodded toward Lily. "And that's the greatest title a person can hold." Maria cried silently. Her daughter held her hand, whispering, "Mama, don't cry. We're okay now." And in that moment, the chandeliers above looked less like crystal and more like stars bowing. When the food arrived, Lily ate like she was tasting magic. Chocolate smeared on her cheeks, eyes full of wonder, heart learning what kindness feels like. Maria spoke softly, one truth at a time, widowed, evicted, sleeping in their car, working until her bones ached and still falling short of rent. "I failed her," she whispered. "I'm a mother without a home." Ozzy's fork froze midair, and the world seemed to pause. "My mom worked in a factory," he said. "My dad cleaned floors. We shared bread so thin you could read newspaper through it. I told her the same lie once, that I wasn't hungry." His voice cracked again. "Only people who've been hungry understand hunger." Maria looked at him, tears trembling like a prayer. "Why are you helping us?" "Because once someone helped me." Silence. And then Lily reached for Ozzy's hand. "You're a good grandpa." Ozzy laughed, A sound half rock star mischief, half broken old man. Don't tell Sharon. She'll make me babysit. After dinner, Ozzy whispered to the waiter. Soon bags of food arrived. Enough for days. Maria tried to protest. Ozzy raised a hand gently. Heroes don't argue, and you are a hero. Outside, his car waited. Maria hesitated. We might dirty the seats, Ozzy scoffed softly. Seats can be cleaned, souls can't. Minutes later, they stood inside a small apartment. Warm, clean, safe. Lily jumped on her new bed, shouting, Mama, we live here. We live here now. Maria fell to her knees. Ozzy knelt too, and slow, painful, real. You did this, he whispered. You kept going. You survived. I just opened a door. He handed her keys. And a card. Call tomorrow. Job arranged. Childcare too. 3 months rent paid. After that, you'll manage. I know you will, Maria sobbed. Lily hugged Ozzy tight. Thank you, old man. He laughed again, eyes shiny with emotion. Bloody hell. I am old. The foundation lobby glowed with sunlight. Maria waited nervously. Lily held a paper behind her back. Ozzy walked in, sipping tea like the world hadn't moved around him. Sir, I want to show you something. Lily handed him her report card. All A's. Ozzy blinked hard. His voice trembled. Little miss, you're going to save the world someday. Just don't become a lawyer. They scare me, she giggled. I'm going to be a doctor. So when you're old, I'll take care of you. He leaned close. Deal. Not all miracles shake the heavens. Some quietly save a mother and child under restaurant chandeliers, and nobody claps. But their lives change forever. If you believe kindness still matters, share this story so the world remembers. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Voices of Darkness. Together we keep humanity alive.